remember I got back to my apartment. A couple of the girls I lived with had gone out with me the night before. And I remember standing in front of the apartment door and looking at it and having this inner dialogue with myself. And I said to myself, this is your fault. Like, you put yourself in this situation. You're an adult. And this happened because you made it happen. And I remember in that moment saying, I will never tell a soul about this. Walked into the apartment, totally minimized the situation to my roommates. And like, what happened? Where were you? And I was like, oh, I just stayed the night with a friend, like totally made stuff up. And then for the next year and a half, probably, I went down a really dark downward spiral. I started to agree with all of these lies about myself and partied even more, numbed with more alcohol. I eventually got into smoking a lot of weed, and like nothing was ever enough. It was like I needed more and more and more to numb the pain. I think this is where we've talked about this because, you've been through similar experiences of rape was the first time where I really began to question who God was. Is God good? Why do bad things happen to me? Not good people, me, why would God ever allow this? It was a journey of really me untangling so many different lies and beliefs and a web of things that were I would say partly were put on me through my trauma, but also through poor theology that I believed growing up about God. And when it comes to sexual assault and rape specifically, any sort of sexual assault done against you that is against your will, you did not willingly walk into that situation and say, I want to be a consensual party in this engagement. It's sin done against you, and it's a result of the fall of man. But you did not willfully participate. There's a difference. And I'm going to go knowing that it's a sin, go do this, versus I'm going into this situation or I'm put in this situation, this is done to me. And God views those two things very differently. God's heart, his love, his compassion, his mercy, his broken heart in that moment for you is real. And I just remember waking up on a Saturday morning and I felt God say to me, like, get out a blank sheet of paper, like, computer paper, and write down the year, 2012. And the year 2012 was when I was in the thick of it, like all of the mess I was in. And God said, I want you to write down everything you remember from that year. I got to the end of the sheet of paper, like I'd written down probably 15, 20 things that I could remember. And I was tears streaming down my face. And I wrote at the end of that paper, I hate this girl. Because I hated who I was. And instantly I felt God say, I loved her. And I still love her. I love that girl.